Last session, the party decided to continue on with the skull investigation and become more educated on vampires before trying to hunt one down. They made their way to the Mistlin Wizard Tower, one of the beacons of magical knowledge in Gielinor. It was here they began to investigate a break-in that had happened and discovered a skull inside of the altar in the basement. Upon touching it, it released a magical glyph, summoning a skeleton and 2 fiendish imps. Upon destroying the skeleton and removing its skull, Archmage Cerador dispelled what he feels was a scrying spell on the skull, and determined that maybe someone was trying to spy on the wizards here. We left off with the party leaving the wizard tower to return the skull back to Lumbridge. With that, any questions, comments, or concerns before we get started, party?
No, sir.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Excellent. So you're currently leaving the wizard tower. You've been given your weapons back. Is there anything you guys want to discuss among each other or ask Archmage Cerador, having experienced what you just went through as you make your way back across the causeway?
I guess Bundock would ask him, do you or any of the wizards know of the townsfolk nearby speak of there being a vampire near here?
As legend says, yes, the old manor is run by a vampire. Mostly ghost stories as far as we're concerned. We're not too interested in that whatsoever.
Can I ask him if he knows anything about the Darkin family? If it's them who own and live in that town?
The Draken family.
Sorry.
Yep. He goes, yes, it's legend says Draenor Draken, part of the Draken family of Mauritania, was cast out and settled in Draenor. That's where the village gets its name.
Yeah, I don't think we should mess with them. If what I read was right, it is not a good idea right now. And I'd say that to the party, like everybody, like, hey, we probably shouldn't mess with those vampires right now.
What, brother? What makes you say that? I mean, I don't think we've talked
The
about this at
notes
all.
from the library.
What did you see?
It just doesn't look good. They're super strong. People are retired, like trained killers retire after hunting one vampire if they survive.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm on your side then.
And maybe sometime, not right now. I just want to make sure everybody, heard me. So they know that the vampires are no joke.
Okay, so are you all making your way back across the causeway, or do you have anything left for the Archmage?
I mean, as long as we got our stuff back, I think I'm all set to go back.
Okay. So you make your way across this stone and brick causeway. You feel the sea breeze mist on you as the waves hit this bridge, and you guys are just kind of discussing this vampire problem among yourselves. Fubar's trying to convince you that, hey, we're not ready for something like that. They're more powerful than you think. They're not just bedtime scary monsters. And you continue on. Where are you all heading currently? There is, Father Ernie's is along this particular coast between Draenor and the swamp. There is the forest, which is likely the fastest way to get back to Lumbridge. And then there is Draenor Village itself and beyond.
Should probably get the head back, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that probably is our best bet.
Okay, you make your way up the road. You can see Draenor Village in the distance, and then you see the path that cuts off to the east towards Lumbridge, the same path you arrived on in the middle of the night. It's about a half a day's travel to get through this forest, and eventually you'll have to cut off the path to reach the backside of Lumbridge Castle where you guys originally left. Anything you want to do as you proceed up the road?
Do I still have the book on me? I don't remember dropping it off at my quarters.
The God Wars book, yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So assuming I still have it on me, I'm gonna try to walk slowly and read a little bit of that.
Okay. Yeah, you guys aren't in any rush. Seems you have completed your mission as far as you're concerned, so you're just taking your time, resting up as you turn into the woods. The woods is pretty active. See a lot of squirrels and rabbits and things here and there. And a couple hours in, Solana, you notice it first, and then the rest of you kind of follow suit. There is the smell of burning in the air. Burning wood.
Like, can we get a sense of like where it's coming from?
It's just on the air when you originally notice it. It's like a wood fire a long ways off that you kind of catch a whiff of.
Sorry, DM, you said that everybody noticed it, or just so I missed what you said?
You noticed it first because your
First.
passive
Okay.
is so much higher, and you're actively looking around at nature pretty much all the time when you're in
all
it.
the time. Yeah.
But yeah, you notice it first, like that's not natural, and then the rest of you also catch whiffs of it on the air.
Okay, thank you. I'll say to Yoshi, who I think I noticed also kind of looked around. Do you smell that? Where do you think that's coming from?
Is the town nearby?
Or Father Ernie's?
Yeah,
Are we
or
near his
Father-
house?
Yeah.
You guys are more into the forest section. You'd almost be maybe parallel with Ernie's, but he would be another half a day south, back towards the Wizard Tower, into the swamp.
Okay. So it's probably not his house. Do you want to check it out? Do you want to try to follow it and go towards it?
I think so. Doesn't seem right, does it?
Yeah, we got the skull. Where might as well help. We're in no rush.
Don't tell anybody about the skull. Nobody.
Don't plan on it.
All right. So
Wait, DM, sorry. I'm reading. Is there for my druidcraft, I'm trying to think, is there anything that I can use that for to help me like figure out which way? Because I think it tells the weather, but I don't know that that's the same as something like that, or something like this, if that makes sense.
yeah, so you could use the weather to determine which way the wind's blowing
The
to
wind is
bring the
blowing?
smoke to you. That would be one way. You can kind of go in a general direction and try to narrow it down as you get closer. There's a few ways you could go about it.
Okay, I think I'll try. I've not done this yet. So Solana has the ability to kind of like predict the weather or feel what's going on with the weather. So I'll cast Druidcraft to try to sense like which direction the smell is coming from on the wind.
Nice.
Okay, how does that druidcraft work? Do you get a roll?
No. So she like closes her eyes and she looks like she's thinking very intensely. And then it says the effect might manifest as an orb showing clear skies, a cloud for rain, something would basically happen. Maybe like leaves would move in a certain direction to tell her.
Okay, so you kind of focus and take in what you have around you, leaves, grass, fuzz blowing in the wind, and you focus and you feel the breeze on your face, and you feel yourself guided off the path straight south from where you're at currently.
And which way were we coming from?
You are coming from the west here.
Okay, so I'll just tell the group that the smoke is coming south if we want to go try to figure out what it is.
I'm in.
Sure.
Okay.
How's Lug doing? Lug, how are you doing?
Doing good. Felt a little weird back there in the Wizard Tower, but once we got out, I started to feel normal again.
I've never seen you so chatty, Lug.
Yeah, I don't know what came over me. I think it was the sigil.
Lug, make a medicine check.
All right. Oops. Medicine. Lug rolled a 16.
You almost remember like being feverish in the wizard tower. Something came over you. You didn't feel quite right. And then you recall not a day ago walking through the swamp and getting eaten alive by these bugs. And perhaps something had been passed on to you to make you feverish and not yourself.
I just
was.
pat him on the back and say, "Don't worry about it, buddy." And I say, "Let's go."
Thanks, Yoshi.
Just
You-
shake my head and keep walking south. Just like
That happens to the
Jesus.
best of us.
All right. You turn south. What is your marching order?
I'm probably going to be in the back.
Yeah, probably towards the back.
Bundock will lead.
I'd say I'm pretty close to the front.
Okay. And then Solana and Lug kind of in the middle.
And I'm by Yoshi.
Okay.
Yeah, Solana prefers to be in the back, but I think because she knows where the smoke is coming from, she probably would be just trailing behind Bundock. So in case we need to turn or something, she
Okay.
can tell him.
So you begin to head in the direction that your druid craft is kind of pointing you, and it leads you to this like clearing in the trees. And you notice in this clearing, in the dead center, it looks unnatural, this open area. And in the center are these chunks of bread just piled in a heap in the center of this clearing.
Bread?
Bread.
The clearing that we see up here, is like on the map. Should we move up here?
It's up to you. So these are 10 feet squares. And this right here is the pile of bread in the clearing.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking up at the wrong part. Sorry.
I wouldn't mind walking up to it a little bit closer, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah,
Does it seem like a trap to you guys, or does this seem on the up and up?
I'm thinking this is a throwback, but whoever had that bird chained up, this might be their bait pile.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking.
Solana would like to look around for the bird because she's the only one that knows the bird was following us, and just see if it's still around.
Make a perception check.
I should have told them, but I didn't. 15.
You glance around and look on the outskirts of this area, and you're scanning the trees. You don't notice anything other than these like little small birds, like chickadees, zooming to and from this pile, back and forth, taking little tiny pieces as they go. Blue jays, things like that, much smaller birds. But there's no squirrels around. There's no rabbits. You notice this clearing is surrounded. You see an old well set into the ground here. It's kind of surrounded and overgrown by bushes, but you don't notice the bird anywhere around. And the smell of smoke continues to pull you down this way.
Solana looks at Yoshi and says, "Yoshi, I didn't tell you this, but your bird friend was following us
He's been
up to the
following
tower."
us?
Yeah. And I don't see them now. So
Uh-oh.
I don't know if that means anything, but this is the first time I've noticed them not around.
I run up to the bait pile. Can I
Okay.
check? And I want to check for feathers.
All right, make an investigation check.
That's a 19, baby. We're going to the
Alright.
promised land.
The power of love.
You're looking around. You see feathers, but none that would belong to your black and white woodpecker friend. You see footprints all over this area, basically.
Anyone going a
Yeah.
specific way? The footprints?
It kind of looks like they're coming to the center of this and leaving towards the south, southeast, southwest. Like there's several sets of footprints.
Okay.
You're more focused on looking for feathers from your friend, so you're not like trailing these footprints, but you notice them.
I think
the-
like I'm looking for the feathers and I'm shoving bread in my shirt, you know.
Okay.
This shit
I
mine.
know he's out there. I need more bread.
This'll
Solana,
work.
you notice as Yoshi approaches this, there is rustling in these bushes to the south.
By the well, or
Yep,
okay.
maybe
I'm
50 feet from you.
feeling very cautious. Fozzie, did Fozzie run up to it too? I know you said you were thinking about it.
No, I just call out from the back. Like, Yoshi, is it fresh?
Seems fresh. And I take a bite.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little stale, but
Oh.
it's not super old and moldy or anything like that.
So somebody
Um,
probably put it here recently.
Bundock, I think we should be careful. I think we should back everybody up. I'm not liking the sounds coming from over here. And I can start walking like slowly towards it, but only if Bundock will come with me.
This bush.
By the well.
I guess can I with her telling me that, can I do like a perception check to see if I notice anything else?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
A 5.
Damn.
No, you don't. You're just kind of out of your element here in the woods, and you're just kind of watching what's going on. You're like, why are we worried about birds? Type of thing.
Yeah, I'll go check out this bush.
Shut up, Bundock. It's my bird.
You guys are walking.
And can we tell everybody else to kind of like wait, not to hang back? Sorry, I didn't say that before.
I'm going to sit underneath the tree and keep reading.
Okay, Lug and Fubar, what are you guys doing?
Can I have a quick question?
Yeah.
Did you guys warn us like there's something going on?
I was
Or
just saying, just like hang out. Just don't follow us over here.
Okay. All right.
I go with Yoshi.
And I go with Foz. I'm just chilling over here.
Okay. You two are walking up to this well, and you see two figures as you get closer and closer at the last second. Take off running back into the woods.
I just look at Bundock. I'm like, do you want to follow him? Do you want to just get the fuck out of here?
I didn't even see. Do you know who or what they were or what they look like?
What a great question, DM. Did I see what they look like? Or did
They
I
are
just see
hooded
motion?
figures, and they are currently running out from behind these bushes in this well, straight east. You can see them running right now.
Away from us, right? Like they're not
Yep.
running towards us.
I guess I'll try.
Yeah.
I guess I'll try yelling at them. Hey, wait a second! Stop!
They keep moving.
Now, do we hear him say that?
Yes.
Wait.
Okay. So I'd assume him yelling that, like, I'd be like, "What's going on, Bundock?"
There's two people hiding in. Or people or some. I mean, they run on 2 feet. I can't. They're wearing hoods.
Spit it out, man.
They're running.
Spit it
They're
out.
running away.
Should we chase him?
I don't know
think either.
I think
don't
they
know.
ran. I think they ran the same direction as where the fire's coming from, right?
Yeah, let's follow him, but not chase him. How about we'll
Okay.
just
Follow
you
the
guys
path.
can
You
stay,
hear
or
the
you can.
commotion, just walk over. That's what I want to do. What's
All right.
happening?
Some 2 suspicious creatures are hiding in the bush wearing hoods, and they ran off once we got close. and they
Oh,
ran
alright.
towards where the fire's coming from.
So now we're following them.
Yeah, but let's be sneaky about it because maybe they don't expect us to follow them.
All right, I'll go get Foz. Hold on. Come on, Foz.
What? We're leaving already?
Yeah, we gotta go. You can read that later.
Okay.
Fubar, you go to get Foz and you have this conversation. Lug and Yoshi, you're kind of in between the two groups. And you see this black and white blur streak over your head.
Like-
Comes streaking over your head. Straight into this bush.
Is Walter?
And you hear ah!
Oh, snap. I run over to the tree when I see it.
All right. You see this individual, hooded, wears a tunic. On one sleeve is completely black. The rest is like a red tunic. And there's this bird attacking, pecking as much as he can this face of this individual. He's like, God, get it off me!
I go, Walter, come here.
It relentless continues to peck and claw and do anything it can. You see the guy pull out a dagger from his belt.
I pull out my crossbow, dude, and I launch one at him.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
I'm like, no, fucking pull it out. Crit.
Oh.
25.
Natural 20. Okay, it definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
It'd be so
9.
kill his ass.
Did you roll crit damage?
Oh no. 9.
Okay. How do you kill this individual?
All right, so I'm going, Walter,
Shit.
Walter, come here. And he's not budging. He pulls out the knife, and I go, no. I pull out my crossbow, and right between the eyes.
Whoa, shit.
Walter like flutters off of him for a moment before he goes to attack again. This bolt strikes this guy right in the forehead, takes him off of his feet, and he is laying motionless on the ground with a crossbow bolt sticking out of his forehead.
What the hell was that for? We're fugitives
Holy
now.
Shit.
We're not fugitives. He's trying to attack the bird.
And you see the bird go up into the tree above you.
I say, Yoshi, you could have just fired a warning shot.
Nah. This was personal. I could feel it.
Solana looks at Lug with this like amused look that like Lug is giving moral advice after what happened last time.
Lug responds with, if I don't remember, it didn't happen.
Fubar, are you guys over by this individual, or did you just watch it happen?
We just
I was
watched it
watching.
happen. We were right over
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
I'm in fact behind the tree a little bit, maintaining my character's distaste for birds.
Okay, those two individuals that you kind of been keeping your eyes on, Bundock, have disappeared into the trees. You all smell that smell of smoke extra strong in this area. And there is a slain individual on the other side of these bushes. Everything's quiet at the moment.
I'm literally not caring what they're saying. I'm climbing up this tree.
Okay.
I want this damn bird, and I'm going to cast
Make an
Animal
athletics
French.
check.
Here we go. That's a 15.
Okay, you shimmy up this tree, no problem. The bird does not fly away. It's watching you. Its head's kind of tilted to the side, watching you climb.
Can I cast Animal Friendship on this thing?
Okay, and it needs to make a
It's just-
wisdom save.
Yeah. Come on.
An 8.
Yes. It's a 10. You have to beat a 10.
Okay, so yes, your spell takes over. He is
Oh,
currently charmed by you.
Walter, come here. And I have like a piece of bread and giving him like those eyes, you know.
Okay, it hops on its legs over to you and pecks at the bread. And it's just kind of looking at you calm.
And I put my arm out and I go, come with me.
It does fly to your arm. You see it swallow some of the bread and it's just kind of perched on your arm.
I climb down.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
That's me, dude. I don't care about anything.
I
This-
feel right now.
I was gonna go check the body.
Yeah, I would also want to see if this injury, because you mentioned black and red, so I guess I'm curious if it's the guy that was at the Wizard's Tower.
Okay. You all walk over there and you're looking down at this hooded figure, not wearing robes. It's just like a red tunic shirt, kind of wearing these patchy, dirty pants. Just one of the sleeves is completely black. It's almost like it was replaced. The red was replaced with the black sleeve. And Fubar, you recognize this attire immediately. This is signature of somebody in the Black Arm Gang of Varrock.
I relay it the second I see that. I just tell everybody that's from the Varrock gang. That's how they dress.
So these are some tough customers we're to believe, right?
I mean, are they like scary
So-
gang or are they not? Like, I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
The twins, you know that there are basically two main gangs in Varrock. There's the Black Arm and there's the Phoenix. And the Black Arm gang deals in a lot of black market trading. They find what you need and sell it at a premium to you. Those types of individuals.
What the hell is the Black Arm Gang doing here?
I mean, are they the ones trying to catch birds?
I mean, if they are, what?
I mean,
For-
they're into
to what
anything
end?
that makes money.
I yank out the crossbow bolt and give it back to Yoshi.
Got a little brain matter on there, a little bunch of blood.
Thanks, Lug.
Yeah, I just said you probably need this later.
Oh, yeah. I might keep it as a trophy.
This is Jack. That's messed up.
Yeah, it seems weirdly okay with
Right.
murder.
Like, when he
Just
hands it, did
murdered
anybody,
this man.
is there like any paperwork on him or anything?
Are you looking him over?
I want to.
You know, those
Absolutely.
gangs and their paperwork.
Yeah,
they
those
got
gangs,
those,
they
maybe
like
they got them
paperwork.
orders. Get them damn
If-
birds
if-
out the woods.
If he's been
Is there
in
a
prison,
bill
he's
of
got
lading?
paperwork. He knows. He knows what
Make
he's
an
Yeah.
doing.
investigation check. Go
No
ahead and roll an
papers. This one's
investigation
never
check.
been caught.
Natty. Just kidding. It's a 3.
It's a 3.
You pat him over, and now that the bird is safe and this happened, it's actually starting to dawn on you what you actually just did was kill a human being, and you're kind of distracted by that, and you don't find anything on him.
Yeah. Seems
Okay,
like
how
a-
big is this bird? I gotta know.
So this bird is like a foot tall. It takes up the majority of the upper half of this gnome. He's pretty sizable and healthy, strong, large male woodpecker.
It's just on my shoulder.
Solana is not with the group, just so you know. I'm over here like watching where they ran away to like keeping guard in case somebody comes back from the area towards this fire.
Okay, and while you're looking over that way, you do pick up on some smoke billowing from a location. It looks like it's some form of a campfire of some sort that is
Okay.
billowing even more smoke now. You smell it stronger.
Like they put it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I go, guys, what if Lug puts the clothes on and that's our end?
We're gonna have Lug pretend to be a black arm gang.
He's gonna put
member.
the clothes on. You seem to know all about it. Insight.
I mean, I've known the gang. I know about the gang, but how
You were
how
in the
well are
gang?
your acting
No.
skills there, Lug?
Oh, they're really good.
You should
My
see him in
charisma
the plays.
great. Yeah, I've played a tree. I've
Send
played
him in. I'm in.
Stagehand 1. Very, very important parts.
If Yoshi thinks you can do it, I think you can do it.
Well,
Plus, I think
try
he's
my
the only one
best.
tall enough to fit in that besides Solana, and I don't think she'd go for it.
Well, maybe we should find out who started the fire before we assume
didn't.
it's the Black Arm Gang.
Okay. Solana will walk up to the group and say, whoever had the fire going, put it out. I think they might have left over there.
Oh, they know. Should we pursue? Maybe they left something behind.
What are your plans for this fellow?
Throw him in the well.
Well,
Whoa.
Lug shoots a look to Yoshi when he says that. I said, I think he at least deserves a righteous, maybe not righteous because he's in a gang, obviously, but a good burial.
Well, we need
I
to
agree.
leave his. We can't take his clothes as a disguise because no one will look into the murder of a gang member, right?
I'd say take his clothes at least.
Maybe he has like a tattoo or something.
Search his body.
Has a point.
Foz.
You guys looking him over?
Yeah.
I'll look him over. Let me look him over.
All right, make an investigation.
I take his clothes.
7.
Damn.
You look him over. You're kind of grossed out by the pool of blood that is forming out the back of this fellow's head.
Sorry about
You're
that.
more interested in searching his pockets than you are looking at his skin. You find one gold piece,
Hell yeah.
but
And I don't tell anybody I have that gold piece. It's my gold piece.
Okay.
My man.
I
No-
want to slide that in my pocket. No one sees it.
Do I see
No
that?
tattoos, brands, scars that you notice, but
I don't see anything on him, guys. It's just the shirt.
All right.
Nothing else, I promise.
Put him in the feed pile. I don't know.
Oh, damn.
Lug, I'm gonna go over by you because of what you said and say, I think we need to do right by him. I agree with you. What do you suggest?
What is, I guess, question to the DM, what does a Saradomin burial look like?
well, it depends. Like prominent people are usually in sarcophagi, coffins, things like that, mausoleums. But general would be like a Christian burial, headstone, 6 feet deep, that kind of thing.
Ooh, we don't have that kind of time. I say we put him on a pile of sticks and light him on fire and then say a few words.
Hell yeah.
I'm comfortable with a fire burial as well.
That's the way he'd want it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh my god.
That is exactly
Okay.
what he'd want. I know it.
That's exactly what he'd want.
This is gonna be a fun campaign.
Yeah, he
fuck.
wanted death by arrow
Just for trying to capture a bird.
and then to be burned. Yeah.
It was his fate.
He sewed it the second he was trying to catch that
When he
bird.
pulled that knife out, I said, "Dunzos, buddy."
So, are you burning them here, or are you gonna burn them? Are we gonna go find this fire and relight it and just toss them on it?
That's what
Oh,
I think
no.
we should do.
I
Why
don't think
not?
we're going to be tossing, but I
Yeah,
do think
that's-
we should use we can use the camp that's already set up.
And remember, we all have to go in on this that we tell no one.
Yeah.
Solana goes over to this tree and throws up.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's kind of gross. There's a big hole in somebody's head and lots of blood. Who's moving the body?
Not
no,
me.
No,
Probably
Bundock
gonna
shot.
take 2 of you.
Bundok's I'll go scout ahead and make sure wherever this fire is that there's not like an ambush or something.
Yeah, I'm going with him.
Foz, will you help me?
With what?
We need to collect everything we can find. Leaves.
Bodies.
n-
I guess we're moving
Yeah.
the body, Lug.
I look at Yoshi and say, Serodona, damn it. You can never stay out of trouble, can you?
All right, so Fubar and Bundok scout ahead to make sure the coast is clear. Solana and Foz, you're going to be collecting fuel for this pyre.
It's yes, like leaves, sticks, anything that we think will like kindling, basically.
Okay, and then the other two are starting to lug this body. Not a very large person, standard human size. Seems kind of young. You
Damn.
guys make your way over to the site. Fubar and Bundok, you approach this clearing. You can see three kind of areas where people had probably slept through the night around this fire, and you see that there are still coals kind of burning in this fire pit, but it looks like somebody had hastily dumped a bucket of water onto it to try to put it out, but we're in a rush. And you see debris all over this campsite.
I just kind of make a perception check to see if anything sticks out or if I notice movement, like if someone's still here.
Okay, so you can either, if something sticks out, would be investigation if you're looking through all the stuff around, or perception if you're looking around the area.
Can I look
something.
around the area and can I tell how long, if they've been here a long time or if it kind of like got set up quickly or anything like that?
Yeah, you can make a perception for that.
Okay.
Bundok, which are you doing?
11.
I guess I'll do a perception. I'm more concerned if someone's here or not still.
Okay.
So I got a 17.
At 11.
All right, you gather the two individuals you saw were probably the ones that dumped the bucket, and they kept on running. They didn't stop. It looks like they hastily picked up what they could. There's several stuff left behind, but they left very, very rapidly. Fubar with an 11, a night, maybe two. It's a pretty rough camp. It's not like a lean-to. There was nothing set up. You could tell they're laying out under the stars on the last couple of clear nights.
Is there any wood laying around that we could start another fire, like some dry stuff they might have not poured water on?
Make an investigation check.
13.
You see like a very small pile of branches that they had collected for their fire. Not very big. You could tell they're looking to either move on or haven't collected for the next night yet. But you see bits of rope. You see broken arrows, like arrow shafts. You see these little, you find like three of them. They're these little, maybe foot long pieces of small chain that have a clasp at either end. And these are kind of just strewn about, like they didn't stay long enough to take it all with them. Looks a lot like they had used with the clasp that Yoshi had on the woodpecker.
I want to just grab everything that's could start a fire, or if it's valuable, keep the valuable stuff. Everything else, just get ready to burn it.
All right, so you have these 3 foot long chain leads. They're very small chain, like keychain chain almost. That have the like necklace clasps at either end. So you have 3 of those, and then yeah, you just kind of throw all the other wooden debris, broken arrows, things like that into the campfire, and it starts to flame, and the flame's beginning to grow a little bit. The two of you hauling the body are approaching and seeing them doing this, looking around and starting to throw stuff onto the fire.
As I say, can I do like an investigation check if there's like a dead tree nearby I can hack away at with my hatchet or battle axe?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation as well. And then Solana, you can also roll an investigation to see what you find.
Bundock got a 12.
Okay.
Hey, question for the DM.
Yeah.
Did the guy that Yoshi killed turn into a ghost?
Immediately?
Well, yeah, his spirit would maybe disappear.
No, you didn't see any transparent figures drift away from the body.
Hey,
That's
never
what you're asking.
mind. Oh, yeah.
My investigation was an 11.
Okay.
Wait,
And-
but Faz, I have to tell you what we're looking for first. You're helping me, right?
Maybe that's why it was so poor. I don't know what I'm looking for. And actually, I should probably roll again.
I agree.
It's the only thing that makes sense. Clearly.
So I ask Foz to help me. We're looking for anything that can also be kindling, but I'm specifically looking for things that like Solana finds like important. You know, there's like different, like she's looking for like sacred plants for druids, like birch or something like that. Just something because she's really having a hard time with this, not necessarily for this person, but because I think Solana's feeling is like this is gonna really, we're gonna have to like pay for this as a group. This is something like we've done something devastating, and so she's trying to find something to do something to like atone. So I was gonna look for like sacred plants, which for me are like birch or oak or something. So that's why I haven't rolled yet. Is it still investigation at that point, or is it nature?
I would still be investigation. As you've been walking
Okay.
through this forest, you've noticed those types of trees. It's just whether or not you can find down limbs and things like that to use.
Well, I wasn't even looking for that kind of stuff. So actually, like now that you gave me some direction, I will start looking for that kind of stuff.
Thank you. Solana rolls an 8. She's very
Mm.
upset, so she's struggling.
Okay, Foz, go ahead and roll looking for birch
Let's go.
branches.
I rolled a 19.
Okay, so you're like actively looking, and Solana's a little distracted by telling you what to look for, but you're the one actually looking for it. And you do come upon this white barked tree limbs. They slough off, as well as some oak tree limbs that sloughed off. The higher oak grows, the more those lower limbs fall off. So you do find in this denser part of the forest some brush. And being small, you'll probably need Solana's help, but you guys do find plenty of fuel to make a pyre. Yeah, Yoshi and Lug, you are lugging this body, no pun intended.
Lug, get over here.
Do what you were born to do.
You
just
notice
thought you-
that the coast probably is clear with these two starting to add to the fire, and you see the other two dragging brush in that direction. So to speed it up, you guys construct the best pyre you can, and you come to the point of putting the body onto the flame.
I would ask that we clasp hands around the fire, if that's okay.
I do it.
Oh yeah.
Lug
And
does as well.
Can you guys see the fire?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
that's my fault. That
Be
explains
cool if
why
we
your
could.
tokens are all over the place. There, how about that?
There we go.
Oh, we got a long way to carry that body still.
That's my bad.
Put the body in the middle. We're holding hands. Oh yeah.
The first thing I want to say is that what happened today does not leave this circle.
Yes.
I think that we're all in agreement on that.
For sure. Definitely.
And the second thing is that I just, as a means of consecrating this burial and perhaps somewhat atoning for what has transpired today. On the count of 3, I would like all of us to say a few words.
Like
1,
at the same
2,
time.
3. A few words.
A few
A
words.
few words.
Few words.
Okay, that's it.
Few words have never been said better.
Did you guys take the clothes from this individual?
I did.
Okay. Just wanted to make note of that.
Solana takes the birch that Fazora found and starts like putting it around the circle of the pyre, like not putting it on the fire, right? But like surrounding.
Okay.
And then gets really quiet and starts like meditating.
Okay. Very serene and awkward moment. You had killed somebody and are now burning them all within a couple of hours of leaving a crazy wizard tower encounter of these skeletons and imps that came to life, and there's just a lot that has happened to the group of you in a couple of days. How long does that animal friendship spell last?
Forever, dude.
You it.
It says target a beast that you can see within range. The target must succeed and have the charm condition for the duration. If you
Of its life.
or one of your allies deals damage to this target, the spell ends.
So I looked it up. The duration is 24 hours. So
Okay.
he is charmed by you for 24 hours. It also says that the material components for that spell is a morsel of food. So good touch with giving it bread.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So you are smelling a mixture of wood and burning flesh. Smoke's just kind of rolling off into this forest between Draenor and Lumbridge. How long do you guys wait? It is afternoon, probably like 2, 3 p.m.
Are we still following that crew?
I would say this whole kind of pyre building and burning probably took up to an hour or so. Just those two would be long gone. They kind of ran in the direction of Lumbridge,
Okay.
so into the woods.
I'd say we just, when we get back to Lumbridge, we tell the Duke or somebody that, hey, the Black Arm gang is hiding in your woods, like,
Running amok.
yeah,
Mhm.
trying to kidnap birds. To what end, we don't know, but
And they jumped us.
And one was just dead. Oh,
And we
we're not
had
supposed
to
talk
take
about
care
it.
of him.
We're not supposed to talk about it.
Right. Unless it's brought up, like, hey, we found a dead body and we have proof it's you. Be like, hey, we had to fight.
Prove it.
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be much of him left after the far.
Hopefully.
Okay.
With one piece of bread
Oh.
in my hand, I whistle up to Walter and call him down, dude.
He comes down, he perches on your shoulder.
Oh yeah.
Are you like a pirate that like holds up the bread to your shoulder and it like
Oh
eats
yeah.
fingers?
I go Walter, and I go, and he lands on my shoulder, and I feed it to him.
Okay. Awesome. All right. The body has been cremated, turned to ash. Nothing. Didn't have any any metal legs or anything like that, so there's nothing left. You guys are free to do as you see fit. What do you want to do?
Wait, first DM.
Yeah.
When Solana was meditating, she asked how to atone. So at some point, can you figure that out for her? It doesn't have to be right now, but like,
Is that like an ability, like you're praying to your goddess, right?
yeah.
All right. Is that an ability where she reaches out to you, or
No, I don't
are
think
you
it's
just
quite so
doing it?
literal. Yeah, no, it's not like specific, but just so you know, that's what she was doing.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I'll make a note of that.
Thank you.
Okay. What do you guys want to do?
I'd like. How much of the day left do we have?
Several hours. It's like I said, about 3 p.m. So
Should
you
we
have
return the skull?
That was our whole initial point before we started smelling smoke.
Yeah. Seems like that's the smartest play.
okay. You continue on your way. You find the path and where it splits off towards the back gate of Lumbridge, and you all make your way back inside the castle grounds within another hour and a half or so of walking. So you walk into Lumbridge, and the place is filling up. There's lots of people out and about from when you left yesterday evening. It's really filled in, and you see people and creatures from all over Gillinor has arrived. Most of you have not seen these factions in your lives. The most notable are these large armored gorillas. They're huge, big armored gorillas, and they are flanking this like chariot that has pulled up into the castle grounds as you arrive. And out of that chariot hops this very well decorated and jeweled crown wearing monkey, chimp. And the guards flank him and they walk into the castle. Bizarre. And then
I'm
you
gonna
also see knights from Falador. You notice that King Roald's chariot has arrived and parked at the big tent on the castle grounds from Varrock. Different kinds of people from all over are here.
Monkey with a crown on his head?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, who was that?
I have no idea. He must be big time.
All right. Do you guys want to go put the skull back in the coffin first, or you want to talk to Father Ernie?
I think taking the skull back first. We'll go see Father Eric after.
Yeah.
You mean Father Ernie?
No, Father Eric.
After, wait, I'm confused now.
So we're putting the skull in. Father Eric is here. We'll tell him the skull's
After
back.
you put the skull in.
Yeah,
we'll put the skull back and then go talk to Father Eric.
All right, I was very distracted between the Eric and Ernie thing. All right, so you guys make your way through. You're gathering a lot of looks. You guys can smell this burnt something smell on all of your clothing. It's pretty potent, but you're making your way through town, pushing past all these people. There's a few people in the graveyard that are just visiting the graves, and you head straight towards the mausoleum, and you walk inside. Who has the skull?
I think it was either Foz or Fubar.
I don't have it.
Yeah, I thought I had
Someone
given
took
it
it.
up.
Yeah, someone took it from us.
So, well, I mean, he would have dispelled the spell on it and set it back on the table, so whoever would have taken it. Oh no, did you leave it behind? That'd be embarrassing.
No, because I think didn't the wizard? I thought he gave it back. Like, here, take this back.
Yeah, he put it on the table, but whoever would have grabbed it.
Lug would have grabbed it.
Okay. So Lug, you have the skull.
Apparently. Once again, he didn't remember a whole lot from that night. So Lug goes back into the mausoleum and puts the skull back on Feshershire Cat.
Okay. As you place the skull back into its position, this transparent figure comes out of the coffin and looks at you and says, "Oh, you found it! Thank you."
You're welcome. It was at the Wizard's Tower. However, they didn't really know who or what was using it.
Interesting. I know per our last conversation, I was supposed to focus with all my might. I just couldn't. I actually saw a flash of all of you standing in front of me, and I knew I was in good shape from there, but I'm sorry I could not see any more of who did this.
It's okay. You tried your best. I'm just glad you're whole again.
As am I. The Astral Sea is calling me. I thank you so very much for putting me back to rest. It is
Nope.
nice meeting you, Lug. Continue doing good in this world.
Lug gives him a nod.
And he drifts back into his coffin, and you see him disperse from view. And the restless ghost has been laid to rest.
Does he have anything worth anything in his coffin?
No.
Can we level up?
Lug leaves the mausoleum and tells everyone that he's been put to rest. Now let's go tell Father Eric about it.
Okay. You guys make your way into the church, and you see several people are just sitting in pews praying, getting their prayers in for the day, and Father Eric is at the altar. Who approaches?
I would think Lug would be the one to tell him.
You had a conversation with him last time.
All right. I guess Bundock will go up to Father Eric.
Ah, Bundock, welcome back. How fares the little issue we had? As he kind of glances at the people in the church.
It should be taken care of. We went to the wizard's tower and found that someone had hidden the skull in the tower.
Why? To what end?
The best the wizards could figure was someone was trying to spy on them, like they had some type of spell on the skull so they could listen in.
Wow, that is terrifying and crazy and weird and oh wow. The skull's been returned though. Is the ghost still here?
Uh, to my knowledge, it should be back to rest now that he's whole again.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I appreciate your help. Wow, that was a terrifying week. I can let the Duke know unless you would like to go speak with him yourself. Here.
That Father.
Okay. Thanks, Yoshi. Here. And he reaches under the altar and he pulls out this little sack of what looks like coins. And he hands it to you, Bundock. From the church. We appreciate your effort.
Oh, thank you so much. Always happy to help.
You might want to check your altar, Father.
My altar.
They had it under their altar at the Wizard Tower.
All right. You guys looking over his altar?
I'm going to look it over because last time I figured it out. I'm just being Yoshi, getting in his way.
Yeah. He starts glancing and looking around. You can tell this is a much simpler altar. It's a few stone slabs. There's no sectioned in parts to this altar, but he's glancing around all paranoid about it now, and you're looking around. There's not really any place for anything to be hidden. You notice a bunch of old flasks, potion bottles, some books and things like that, but nothing of note.
Oh, you're in the clear, I think, Father.
Great. Again, I appreciate it. Have fun this week. Sorry to make you all work during such an event, but I do feel you have eased a lot of stress and fear that may have been caused should a ghost be seen drifting around Lumbridge. Thank you, and I will set to repairing the coffin and mausoleum for old Fesher Lumbristo. Thank you.
Again, no problem. Happy to help.
Okay.
Can I count what he gave me?
Yes. You set to work on that. It takes a little bit. There's good chunk here. 75 gold pieces.
2, 4. There's 6 of us. And whatever that equals out 6 ways.
It's not even. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I know.
But
I'll take
figure
the
it out.
rest.
Meanwhile, Solana,
It'd
what are you doing in Lumbridge? Are you waiting outside the church or?
Yeah, Solana didn't go into the church. I don't know. Let me think about it. Ask somebody else to come back to me.
Well, I mentioned that because if you're standing like in the road or patiently waiting, Sigmund actually approaches you. He
Who's that?
says, Sigmund is the right-hand man of the Duke.
Oh, yes.
And he approaches you and he says, good to see you have arrived back in Lumbridge. Your presence is to be requested at the council tonight. The Duke said you wanted a seat at the table. Do you accept?
Yes. Thank you.
Excellent. You are allowed to bring one guard or friend with you to sit in. Dinner will be provided. The meeting will be at 7 p.m.
Thank you. Do I just go to the where we went last time?
You will arrive in the dining hall next to the kitchens.
Great. Thank you.
And he spins on his heel with his arms inside of his sleeves, and he walks back into the courtyard.
I'm gonna tell the group that Father Eric gave us some gold for helping him out. I'm gonna say he gave 75 gold, so that's 12 gold to everybody, and that leaves 3 gold left. Trying to keep it fair. Does somebody want the extra 3 gold, or?
I mean, if you're giving it away,
I say keep it, and you might be able to use it later.
Who keep
I mean, I can hold on to it
A
if you
bribe
want. I mean,
stash.
I can hold on to it. I'll hold on to the extra gold, no problem.
Don't give him.
Yeah,
Don't give it to him.
Do not.
Coming from the guy who just. Oh, never mind. We're not supposed to talk about it.
The entire town turns and looks at you for a half second, and then they go about their
I
business.
got my finger on my mouth.
No, I knew. I knew.
Yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, a communal stash to pay for lodging and food while on our adventures.
Oh, perfect. I will hold on to it. Not a
No.
problem. I'm really good with money.
No.
Let's take it to a vote then. Who do you vote for, Lug?
I vote
Oh my God! Look at that.
For-
One vote me.
for Bundock.
Just one vote Bundock, okay? And then Fubar. What? Anybody Fubar?
I vote Bundock.
I guess
What are you guys talking about?
I guess I'll vote for myself as well.
Damn it.
There's 3 gold extra, and we're using it as a savings fund. But we don't
I'll hold on
want-
to it if you.
And
if you want
I'm
me to hold
offering
on.
to hold on to it.
Okay.
There's 3 votes for Bund to hold on to this.
And one vote for me.
No vote. Oh yeah, himself.
I mean, I think who would I vote for here?
Whoever's the most trustworthy.
Yeah, right. And I mean, well, Fubar, I think I would probably vote you.
It's the only logical choice.
In my estimation, yes.
But we're still waiting on one vote.
Did you voted? Who did you vote for?
Mhm. Well, I voted for me.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That's what I would have done.
All right, perfect.
Make
And
sure
what I
you guys add 12 gold to your inventories. You all.
So, who do you vote for?
I think we could just give it to 3 random people.
That too.
Oh, so it's 3 Bundock, 1 random person, and 2
No, 3 random
Fubar.
people. Just
Right.
kidding.
3 random people, but 1 vote for that. So it looks like Bundock wins.
Damn.
All right.
All right,
Bundock.
I guess.
All right. So everybody has 12 gold added to your inventories. 3 extra for Bundock.
I don't know where I would put this.
Just put it in notes. So say you have like 3 extra.
Yeah,
All
you can put it wherever.
All right.
As long as you know.
How many did we each get? 12?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
said?
12 each.
Solana takes her 12 gold and gives them to Fasora.
Yeah, I'll pocket it.
Just takes it.
Huh.
I give her like a hidden thumbs up over to Fasora. Just, oh yeah.
Lug nudges Yoshi and goes, "What the hell's that about?"
I go, I'm still thinking about earlier.
Oh, when you killed that guy?
Shh.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
Oh boy.
Solana looks like she's gonna throw up
No,
again.
no. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
It's about 4 in the afternoon at this point. What do you guys want to do to pass the evening?
I'm gonna try to find like a bird stand for my room.
I want to go to dinner with Bundock.
Quite forward of you.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to finesse you at 3 gold.
Yeah, something.
Okay.
I'm gonna go
First of all-
check on the cook and see how his big dinner's going.
Okay. Yoshi, make an investigation check to try to find some form of bird stand or
Like I want to make this bird comfy. 7.
Normally at these get-togethers there's some form of merchant selling like pet merchandise, but it doesn't appear all the merchants have arrived yet or set up. So you're unable to find anybody selling or making anything along the lines of a bird stand. Maybe tomorrow when it's more of the open market day of the week, but nothing tonight.
I guess before the group goes and does their own things, I guess Bundock would ask, should we go try to find the Duke and tell him about the Black Arm Gang being in the woods?
Okay, so do we know about Solana?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that too. Did they see?
I pretty much always assume that Fazora is staring at Solana during downtime, so Fazora would be the only one that may have overheard that conversation.
No, I wouldn't have heard it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll offer it up. I will be going to the council meeting tonight, and I can tell the Duke or whoever I'm allowed to talk to.
Oh yeah, right. No, I guess I cleared my throat audibly during that conversation.
did.
I was like, oh shit, no, my character did hear that. Yeah, no, I very much would like to be the chosen guard. Yeah,
the guard, my knight.
yeah, that would be huge for me.
So Fazora looks interested, and I'll add, I'm allowed to bring 1 guard with me to this meeting, so not everybody can come. But we can tell the Duke about the gang being around Lumbridge, if that's what you think is best.
I mean, I would I would think they should know about it. I don't know anything about this gang, but Fubar did, and they sound. Well, I mean, we seen they were for some reason trying to capture birds.
They're in it for anything for money.
But it's like there's the gang, is it the red and gold? Is it red and gold figure?
Oh, black and red.
The black and red robed figure. But we got the skull back. Like, I mean, those are the three like major points right now.
And a vampire.
But is there anything like we keep to ourselves?
The Archmage likely sent his own message, like he said he was going to the Duke already, by the way, about what had happened and what you did for the Wizard Tower. You don't know what details may have been included in that, but yeah, he said he was going to send word and give you props, basically.
So spill the beans, but not all the beans, if you catch my drift. Winky face.
Winky face.
Okay. So Solana, have you selected who you want to take with you? Are you taking? Because Faz, you spoke up and said you would very much like to go, right?
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily mean that I get chosen, but
right.
I'm at least going to throw my hat in.
So Solana, you have like your own agenda here too with this meeting. So
yeah,
who you feel would be comfortable?
But we don't know that.
Right.
That's why I'm trying. That's why I'm sitting here thinking about like there's a lot of stuff that we've been doing in the immediate, but it has anything to do with Solana's interest in being in this meeting. So I'm trying to figure out how to balance that. And I think Fazora, if you'd like to come with me, that's great, but maybe we should have a conversation beforehand about what else you might hear me say so that you feel prepared, if that makes sense.
Makes all the sense in the world. Let's do it.
Yeah, you're very much aware that this is a very high priority meeting that only the leaders of Gielinor are privy to. And you are also very much aware that, you know, Fazan and Fubar are squires of the king who will also be in this meeting.
Won't they be in the meeting with him?
The Sir Pryson very likely will be, but not the squires. So that is something that you can decide on.
Mm-hmm.
You also know Bundock is here for his own reasons, and then there's Yoshi and Lug who just happen to live here. So those are kind of your options on how to decide who you want to bring.
Right. Should we go talk about this? Should we go talk about this somewhere, maybe? And we're just like standing out in
all
the
of
street.
us, yeah, yeah, probably.
Yeah. So you have about 3-ish hours to burn before this meeting takes place.
How big's our house?
It's a standard home. You know, 3-bedroom, 2-bath type thing. Not very large. Your father's a historian, so yeah, your mother would be part of the church.
So I offer up. I go, to get out of the busyness, we can use our home for right now.
Sure. Thank you.
So you're all kind of standing around. You're getting a lot of looks from people. People coming and going. Things are being set up. People are just kind of finding places to camp out and stay. You look up the road. The road's pretty busy. The tavern's started to fill up pretty good. The castle grounds are filling up. And you make your way to Yoshi and Lug's residence, the Riversong residence. You get there. Neither of Lug's parents are home. Are you guys just staying here to burn the time?
That's why I offered it up to get out of the crowds, so we're not just. So yeah, I figured we'd talk and people can go on their way afterwards. It doesn't have to be the whole time, but just to get out of the chaos.
Is there anything you guys want to do with anything on your person? Any books, any stuff you want to fix, or anything like that?
I think Bundock's pretty well set. I don't think I had any issues with any of my stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm all set too.
How do I get the necklace of passage? How do I, like, once that's done, it's done? Or is there a way to get it charged again?
As far as you know, he told you it had 2 charges left on it, but you don't know if you can recharge it. You've never really dealt with enchanted jewelry before.
Okay.
So unfortunately, without learning that information, you're unsure.
I take out the book on relics and their regions that I think Fubar, you handed it to me at some
Yeah.
point, and I like put it out on the table just because it doesn't belong to me. And so I'm like, if you want to look at it or you want it back, here it is.
Okay.
Are you, Solana, choosing Foz?
I
For
think we should
sure?
talk about it.
Because would your master be pissed if
That's
you
what
were
I'm
in
wondering.
there?
Yeah.
Like,
With someone else.
Yeah.
oh, he would.
I mean,
Man,
yeah, maybe
he
it doesn't make
might.
sense.
Like,
But-
how well does he treat you regardless?
I mean, I
He's chill.
don't want to let that, determine my decision because I don't know, I feel like we kind of have a good thing going here. And if wand to my head, if I had to choose between the work that I'm doing as a squire and the work that I'm doing here, I would choose this every time. But if it doesn't make sense for me to be in there, then I'll hang back.
But I'm just curious, like, would he, like, cause a scene?
So Foz, you're unsure if King Roald would even recognize you. You would hope he would. You've been around the castle enough, but he's a king and you're a squire to a knight. So you're unsure if he would even recognize you,
But isn't the knight going to be
but
in
he
there?
may. Yes,
Okay.
that's the caveat. Is Surprising would definitely know who you are.
I don't want to have any attention on me, and I know I don't know, but I feel like, Solana, this is probably important to you, and I don't want to be the one that messes it up. So I will withdraw my name from consideration on that alone. I don't think it's worth risking.
And with that, like, Bundock, do you have anything to gain from being here?
I simply came here with some of my kin to help sell our wares, our weapons and such. My father doesn't really venture out into the outside world much, so I do it for him. He doesn't see much reason to leave our kingdom. I've always kind of questioned that. I feel, it's good to learn and know more about other cultures and the way the world works. But I had no real motive as far as simply, you know, traveling with my kin to help them out
Because it
along the
seems
journey.
it seems like I feel like if me or Lug went, there's people who know who we are.
Yeah.
And as you know, I'm kind of I fuck things up sometimes. I ain't afraid to say it.
Loose cannon.
I'm
I
kind
guess.
of a loose
Yeah.
cannon,
Yeah.
and they know me.
Yeah, no, I learned. No, don't ever mess with
But
your
not to
bird.
make your decision for you, Solana, but Bundock makes the most sense.
He's the only one
Is he-
nobody knows.
Yeah.
That makes sense. My question is, do I need anyone?
That
True.
was also my question. I don't think you do.
You don't. He said you were allowed one guard or one friend to sit in.
Right.
And it's your choice whether or not you want someone with you to hear what you need to say. So that is true.
Right. If you want to keep everything under wraps for yourself, that's another decision.
I think Bundock, your story, your experiences, maybe the similar enough that you might be able to help me. I really don't know what to do. I came here from, I live in the West, and there's fighting in my village about which way we'll move forward. My family, similarly, has chosen a side, and they have asked me to come here to seek aid from the Duke to help stop the fighting and choose our leader. And while I think the Duke has shown us that he's kind and good, I don't know that more people is what we need. I don't know that it's the right thing to do. So I'm here, and he's invited me, but I'm not sure if I really want to seek aid from anyone. So I've been here just kind of watching, looking around, trying to figure out the right way. Do I tell them? Do I ask for help? What does it going to cause? And if he offers it, if they offer aid and I take it back, then what? And if I don't, and it becomes an all-out war, then what? Like I'm torn about. And so it's not really about which one of you should go. It's about whether I should go in there and speak the truth and ask for help and do what my family has asked. That's what I don't know what to do. So it's nothing against anybody. I just, who comes with me is kind of like the least of my worries right now.
Mhm.
But I think Bundock would say, I mean, I can do my best to help you with your conundrum here, but I will tell you, as stubborn as dwarves are, we would never go to outside help unless absolutely necessary. If this is a argument amongst ourselves, we ourselves will take care of it before we would try to get someone else involved. I'm not saying right or wrong, just saying I know that dwarves tend to be stubborn, and we wouldn't go looking for help from the outside.
Would we know if the Duke is going to help them or not? Like, if I had to guess, would my character be like, "Oh yeah, he'll help. Don't worry."
So this meeting is from the rulers from all over Gielinor, and they all are bringing good news, bad news, requesting aid, trying to sort out an issue. Everybody's doing this, bringing something to the table. So it's kind of what takes priority if there's multiple things wrong, depending on what they are. There's a lot to discuss at this particular meeting. That's why it's a week-long event. It's meant to be a big deal to overshadow how important things are going on in that room. So it's kind of like staking your claim. There's bigger things going on throughout the realm behind the scenes that are trying to keep everything running smoothly and everyone happy. So yeah, war in the West between the elves. Who knows? It would depend on what kind of measure you made it to be. There's all sorts of things you don't know what's being going to be said at that table. So the Duke may be like, "Yeah, I think we should really help the elves," or it could be like, kind of your thing. You guys need to figure out. We shouldn't get involved in the long history of the elves. Yeah, you don't know what the Duke would
Okay, so
say,
not
and he's
knowing,
not like
I'm just gonna stay quiet. Fubar stays quiet because he doesn't wanna. He's not
right.
sure.
King Roald is a very outgoing person from Varrock. He rules a very large city with, knights and all of that. So your personal king, depending on what mood he's in, could help or not. But the Duke isn't like somebody that is all seeing over the whole realm. He's just the one that happens to have the birthday to call this meeting. These happen all over the place. He's just hosting. So He doesn't like have the final say. He's just another seat at this table. He just happens to be hosting at his castle.
Hmm.
If that makes sense. There's no like one all ruler of Gielinor.
Right.
So like
It's very divided.
I get I say is this like a permanent thing for everybody?
You've gone through a lot in the last couple of days.
We have a big secret to keep right now.
Right.
And I think that cemented us together.
Lug also says there's also that matter of a vampire we should probably deal with at some point. And we still need to know why the head was taken. The skull was taken.
Yes, I'm rather intrigued by this vampire issue. I would like to see this finished one way or another.
So to your point, Yoshi, I think we'll be friends for a while. Or at least acquaintances.
Okay, so what we will do is I'm going to end the session here tonight. Thank you for listening to 99 D&D. I hope you're enjoying the story so far. If you did enjoy, please like the video, comment your favorite part or character, and subscribe to see the next video on where our adventures are headed. Also, look for us on x.com at 99dndingpod or on Instagram at 99dnd. Join us next time as we continue the grind.